Welcome to Aesthetics. This week in the Powerlifting For Aesthetics series, I'm going to be talking about powerlifting mindset. So powerlifting is a very unique sport in that it is an individual sport that you don't have to rely on anyone else for your success. Sure, it's valuable to have a coach, but it's valuable to have teammates and things like that, people to lift with, but realistically when it comes down to it, you can do it anywhere in the world. You don't need someone to be spawning you. You don't need all these fancy things of equipment. For true powerlifting, you need a basic rack, you need basic weights, and a barbell. Beyond that, everything else is just fancy. Because of all of these things, powerlifting has a very low barrier to entry, which is fantastic. We can get tons of people into the sport very easily, and it's able to grow because of that. In contrast to things like weightlifting, where sure, you could do it in your garage, you could do it by yourself with never having been coached by anyone, but you're probably not going to do it very well. You're going to struggle a lot. The technical aspects are just so vast. Same with other sports like football. You can't just play football by yourself, unless you want to play a video game, but realistically you need a team to do that. Whereas powerlifting, if you want to just go and do this by yourself in your garage or at a YMCA, whatever you want, you're able to do that. In addition to that, powerlifting has an amazing, very embracing community. If you've never been to a powerlifting meet, you should go to one. The community is just fantastic. You're gonna meet people who are just so happy to see you. They don't care how strong you are. I've seen people as young as 14 there and as old as 84 there. I competed in the same flight as an 84-year-old. And while I was glad to outlift him that day, he was fantastic and amazing to watch. And you can see very strong women performing and feeling so powerful about themselves. And it's just so dynamic and everyone is just so glad. They don't care how strong you are. There could be people who have barely been lifting and they're just to have fun and learn the sport, and they're gonna be embraced by the biggest, strongest people there. Powerlifting is a sport where you get out of it what you put in. If you're willing to come in to the gym, put in your time, put in those hours under the bar, you will get stronger, you will get better. That's not always the case in a lot of sports. Some sports are very much reliant upon your raw abilities of genetics to get better. You will never be the best high jumper if you don't have the genetics to jump. But in powerlifting, you can always get a PR. You might not be the world champion, but you can get better. You can always get a new record. You can be a better you. The people who are the best in powerlifting, they're not just people who walk off the street and start crushing 600-pound squats. Sure, there are those people that are able to do that. When we look at people who are truly great, they're individuals who have put in a lot of time under the bar. They've been putting in years and years of effort, consistently squatting, consistently benching, and consistently deadlifting to improve the technical aspects, get stronger, more muscular, and just keep grinding away at becoming a better powerlifter. The pursuit of perfection is just so ingrained in powerlifting. It's a sport where we're trying to always become better. It's a sport that helps to build character because of that. We learn to push when things are hard. You go into the gym and things might not feel great, but you learn that you have to go in and still put in that time and that effort. It's a thing where we're trying to always go in and be better. Whether that's to move more weight or to make your squat look better. It's a thing where we're trying to be proud of what we do. It's not about just squatting, but it's about squatting well, being proud of that lift that you did. It's more than just trying to be a strong person in the physical sense, but we're trying to be strong mentally and emotionally. It's a sport that can bleed off into the rest of your life. Powerlifting for me has made me a stronger character throughout the rest of my life. Because of my time spent in powerlifting, I have become a better student. I've become a better partner to my fiance. I've become better to the people in my family and my life. I have learned how to keep my head down and just push when times are hard. It has helped me in so many different ways, and I've heard that story time and time again. Powerlifting is definitely not the most glamorous sport. We're never gonna be in a stadium like professional football, but you can be in front of a crowd at a meet, somewhere where you are lifting in front of others who can respect the effort that you've put in to chase down the lifts that you're doing. When I'm out there and I'm going for my third attempt squat, the exact weight, it might mean a lot to me, but to everyone else in that crowd, it doesn't mean anything. But they can appreciate what that squat means to me, and they will cheer for me, and they will congratulate me even if I miss the lift. That's an amazing feeling to have. powerlifting mindset isn't just about, I want to be this big, strong person. It's that I want to be a better person.